be a short one. I'm literally just... Welcome back to the fuck show that is Tactical Pineapple Rides. We've got an interesting one for you today, folks. Let's do that vroom vroom shit, and we'll catch you on the flip side. So, as it turns out, Dr. Fauci is a fucking double-dipping cocksucker, huh? How about that? It's not like anybody fucking said this shit months ago, maybe even a year ago. Who knows? It's almost like people fucking predicted it. The guy who used to run, or absolutely still does run, the NIH, was funding the Wuhan lab. Huh. Turns out, Wuhan lab, there's a pretty good chance they were actually behind the release of the fucking virus. Huh? How about that, huh? COVID, goof. We're gonna make sure we get all them fucking tags down below today, folks. I can't say that I'm surprised. I wish I was a little bit, but I'm not. At the end of the day, it's not actually surprising at all. So, Dr. Fauci, the little fucking rat fink that he always fucking looked like he was gonna be, turns out he's a fucking rat fink. Look at that motherfucker. Yeah, buddy. Here we go. Yeah, so if you haven't noticed, it is gorgeous here in Wisconsin. I have no sleeves on. It is a good fucking time. This will probably be a short one. I'm literally just on my way home from work. Gotta get there so the wife can get off to her job. But, you know, the whole virus, where it originated from, I think in a lot of people's minds there was never really any question. It was always a good joke to talk about the meme. You know, somebody ate a bat. Oh my God, you bat-eating motherfuckers. Well, it wasn't a bat. It was fucking, the laboratory who created this virus, made it worse than what it is. Well, they didn't really create it, right? So how virology works is they find something in the wild that could potentially actually work as a bioweapon, right? These labs then spend a lot of time researching them, figuring out how to modify them, and then they change it so that way they make them more deadly. They make it so they affect more people. They make it so it's easily transmitted. And they take it out of its native species and say, fuck it, human time. Well, go figure. Security at these labs is supposed to be some of the best in the world. But the fact of the matter is, it sucks, right? There's less security at a lot of these chemical fucking factories and labs, especially Umbrella Corp over there in Wuhan, whatever the fuck its name is. The first people that were treated for the fucking virus in China were the scientists working on it. Alright, so your security is fine, alright? You can't get in from the outside. Well, what about the people who are there? Like, they don't know who the fuck works there or something? They don't understand that people are lazy? There's so many precautions that need to go in place when working in these labs in something like the United States. It's almost counterproductive to even be doing the research here. Hey, maybe that's why companies and businesses and other fucking organizations like the NIH are out there funding these assholes in China, right? It's less counterproductive. Not to mention the fact that human testing is a problem, right? You can't actually test in humans because that would be a violation of ethics. You know, you have doctors who are on staff who would have to administer said virus to the humans, knowing there's a potential chance that it could kill somebody. Well, what happens? They don't do it, right? So, in America, we can't actually test on humans. So they give that shit to mice, rats, monkeys, dogs, whatever. I mean, they give it to animals, obviously. Not ethical either. And don't get them after me, PETA. I'm not the one doing this shit. I'm just saying that's what they do. And the fact of the matter is it doesn't actually tell you reality. So there are a lot of viruses and shit that live in all these animals that never once even cross over or transfer to humans. Now, once they do transfer, generally the symptoms are somewhat similar, right? So genetically affecting somebody it's all kind of the same. So there are portions of our genetics that are very similar to that of a rat. There are portions that are very similar to that of a dog, cat, mouse, whatever. All of it, there's portions of the genetic code that are similar. Now, genetic code is not like something that says, oh, look, it's similar. It's going to be a direct, easy copy over. No, genetic code is unique. It's very fucking unique. And only in instances of chimerism is it actually like even duplicable. So, now I'm not a virologist, I'm not a biological scientist, I'm not some medical professional, and I know this stuff, right? So, if you look at genetic markers of viruses and the code that makes up its genetic, material, you can tell that it's a SARS variant virus, right? So it is very similar to SARS. Now, I knew that prior to actually looking at the genetic code because, well, it's called SARS-CoV-2, right? Otherwise known as COVID-19. Coronavirus is not new. The novel coronavirus is by definition new because, well, frankly, it says novel in it, right? So it's previously undocumented, which is the novel portion of it, right? Anything that is previously undocumented is novel. Any strain of a coronavirus that's previously undocumented, like the new Indian virus, right? So they're all novel coronaviruses. They're all variants of coronavirus, but they're new, so they're novel, right? End of the day, what does any of that mean anyways, right? It doesn't mean shit. There are strains of coronavirus all over the world. Our genetic makeup alters the code of the virus, and every time it transfers to another person, technically it's a new strain. When you transfer over millions and millions of people, it's copying itself over and over and over again. So that reproduction creates a breakdown in the genetic material. What it's losing in itself, it picks up from its host. So an alteration is common in viruses. This is why virology is always talking about it went airborne, or it did this, it did that. So it loses traits and gains traits based on the genetic makeup alterations that occur. Now, in a lot of instances, it doesn't mean shit. So 0.005% change in the viral makeup is not going to be a change. So they don't even recognize them necessarily as strains. Now, again, like I said, I'm not a fucking virologist, so end of the day, I don't really know what level constitutes a full change, but I know that there's a level where, okay, it's changed and altered 3% or whatever it is, whatever the number is, from what we originally had on file. This constitutes a new strain. I think before the coronavirus actually hit the United States in any real capacity, there was something like 4 strains. So once it actually hit here, I think 2 main strains were going around, and I think it was like S or T or whatever. Other people know better because I'm not a virologist. This is not what I do. But at the end of the day, I keep saying at the end of the day, what the fuck? It's a gorgeous day. Fuck the end of the day. I want this day to last forever. I don't have to work anymore. So, anyways, when we get down to the brass tacks, at the brass tacks end of it, what does any of all this mean? It means that it's a pretty good chance that strains of the virus are going to keep coming, right? However, why do we worry about it? Because of the media. Who made the most money off the coronavirus this last year? The media, Dr. Fauci, the World Health Organization, and the CDC. Not to mention the pharmaceutical companies that are now pushing vaccines that, well, did you know the India virus, the strain in India is so deadly that it's going to kill billions and billions of people? Well, maybe, maybe not. But if you got 2 doses of your vaccine, it's 97% effective against that India virus. Well, no shit. That's what you said it was against the coronavirus. So what you're telling me is it didn't change enough that your medication, because I refuse to call it a vaccination, your medication doesn't work. Or your medication still works on it. So fuck you. Anyways, I do have to cut it short. Moral of the story, Dr. Fauci, you're a fucking snake. Your snake oil is no longer welcome here. We're about to take that head out right now. Thank you, Rand Paul, for all your work. I don't always agree with you, but he does need to be held accountable. He cannot be a part of the investigation. And at the end of the fucking day, coronavirus is fucking over. Find a new cause. Don't forget to get down there, hit that like, hit the subscribe, all those doodads and the bells and whistle things, they help us out. I will see you guys in the next fucking video. Until then, keep it shiny side up, stay safe, and remember, always carry your fucking pistol. These assholes are untrustworthy.